Alright people, what's going on? Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into it, please make sure to hit the video with a like. Helps out a lot. Make sure to make that like button blue. Also, please make sure to subscribe. 90% of you that watch my content are not subscribed. So please make sure you do so to ensure that you get the content that you enjoy. Also hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live or post new content. So, with all that stupid plugs out of the way, let's get into it. So, CeeDee Lamb, number 88, joins the 88 club. You got Drew Pearson, Michael Irvin, Dez Bryant, and now CeeDee Lamb. Now, I understand Antonio Bryant was also an 88, but he just didn't have the same impact as the others did. CeeDee Lamb joins that club, and the question is, how exactly, do I feel about this? What's his legacy going to be? Like, me kind of speculating at this point, just for the hell of it, Listen, we got the whole Rona going on, so doesn't hurt to talk about this. I want to point something out also that I think a lot of people don't really understand. For every great Cowboys quarterback in the lore of in the history of this franchise, there has always been an 88 to complement them. And what I mean by this, I mean, like, for the most part in their prime. So Roger Staubach had Drew Pearson. Troy Aikman had Michael Irvin. Tony Romo had Dez Bryant. And now Dak Prescott has CeeDee Lamb. So the cycle repeats itself in this sense. All-time, I guess you could call it all-time at this point, because I'm assuming Dak's getting his money, and he's going to go down in the record books as one of the better quarterbacks to play the position for the Cowboys. He gets his 88. Yeah, he played with Dez, but no, this is his 88. It's Dak's team. He gets his own 88 straight out of the draft. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean for Dak? What does it mean for, what is this going to end up becoming? So, looking back at it, right? I'm going to look back at Dez, because I feel like Dez, obviously being the last wide receiver we took in the first round until now, he didn't really have a great, he wasn't that big until his second and third. Like, that's when he started emerging. And I think that's what you're probably going to see with CeeDee Lamb. I don't think he's going to be like, bam, right here, right now, he's going to give you, 10 touchdowns, 1,000, nah. I think what you're going to see is him ease into the offense and into the league. And I think in his second, third year is when he's going to take off. Because when you're entering a scheme and you're entering an offense where you have a bunch of playmakers and you're gonna have issues getting however, if he gets the same amount of targets as Randall Cobb did, which it was around 70 to 80, I think that CeeDee Lamb does a hell of a lot more. Like, I think in his rookie season, you're probably gonna see him get between 700 to 850 yards, probably 5 to 8 touchdowns. I think that he's in that range. I think that's being optimistic, rookie season wise. Because receivers, rookie receivers don't do much unless you're like Randy Moss or some other great receiver. But with all that being said, though, I also think, like, when you give a guy like CeeDee Lamb 88, obviously it adds pressure, but more so, I think it's a testament for the long-term implications, because, the players that had 88, more specifically the three that I mentioned in Pearson, Irvin, and Dez, they all stayed with the Cowboys for a long time, and I think CeeDee will be in that same scenario. Even if Cooper stays for the rest of his career until he plays until, let's say, 35, or plays the whole deal and the Cowboys let him walk, I think that you might see a situation where CeeDee ends up becoming the number one receiver. You might see a situation where CeeDee evolves into a number 2. He stays in that role. When he hits 25 and the Cowboys want to repay him, I think CeeDee's going to be with the Cowboys for a long time. And I think that him and Dak will mesh well. Now, I understand that this is all speculation. You might be saying, Space, why are you making a video about like this? The reason why is because getting 88 isn't just some ordinary thing. You know, people might say it's just a number. You have to understand, when you get a number of that caliber, there's going to be an expectation that follows, right? There was a situation, if I remember correctly, where Zeke was given the opportunity to wear 22, and that is a number I think that should never be issued again. Now, you might be saying that now there's a difference, right? Because I know some people were comparing the two. There's a difference with Emmett's number. You know, considering, you know, obviously there have been people before him that have worn it, you know, Bullet Bob Hayes and stuff like that. But what I will say is that Emmett's, and I still refer to Emmett's number because, you know, he stayed with the Cow. He had the longevity. He's one of the best running backs, if not the best running back. Well, in my opinion, he's the best running back in NFL history, but that's a whole nother thing. But he has a legacy he carved out, right? And he was only like that. He never had a legacy of 22s behind him, similar to the 88 number. You know, like with the 88s, you had, you know, up until this point, I should say, Dez. You had a guy in Antonio Bryant that wore for a bit, even though it was like, Michael Irvin. And then Drew Pearson. So there's history behind it. There are multiple people that have worn it. So it's not like we're just, you know, like, it's not like they're handing it out willy-nilly, right? Like, this isn't something, like, and keep in mind, there are people who be like, oh, you know, it should rest for a bit. I don't believe in, like, resting a number for a bit. If it's there and someone wants it, they should have it, depending on the situation, right? You know, there are certain numbers that I don't think will be issued again. I don't think 8 will be issued again. 12 won't be issued again. 22 definitely won't be issued again. And I don't think... I don't know about 9. I think someone will wear 9 again, I think. Maybe in a couple years. But not right now. But I think that when you look at it, I think that the Cowboys are all about that legacy. And hell, Jerry Jones is the ultimate moneymaker. Listen, I ordered my t-shirt jersey for CeeDee Lamb. I would have ordered a regular jersey, but I want a t-shirt jersey just so I can wear it, you know, more often, especially with summer coming around. Look, he I think will have a much better marketability with 88 than 10. Yes, 10, you know, I get it. Like, you know, let the guy choose his own number, but I really think that CeeDee will... I like CeeDee in an 88 jersey. I really do, you know. He looked good in 10. I think he looks really good in 88. And I won't lie. It's good to see 88's back in the fold. And the era, it closes the chapter on Dez. I want to talk about this for a bit. Dez is no longer in the picture. He's done. He's not coming back to the Cowboys. I don't want to talk about that once. He is firmly out of the picture. He is history. CeeDee Lamb is the 88 going forward. And it's time to move on. And welcome to the new era of... and welcome back 88 this time with CeeDee Lamb. So I didn't want to go on for the longest amount of time. I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions about CeeDee getting 88. It's interesting seeing it now back in the action of another player. But yeah, what do you guys feel about CeeDee getting 88? I know some people were upset with it. Some people were like, he's worth it, but I think you should wear what you want. Leave that in the comment section below. Also, make sure, again, to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.
I used to live in Sin Cities like Bruce Willis, but I'm Jackie Chan, karate chopping, I'm still kicking. I used to be chopped and screwed, I'm Lil flipping. Now I'm nice, Mike Jordan, so who's pippin'? I'm running man, you the running man, you still slipping. I hit records, you swinging, it's still